Welcome to Impact AI Studio. Let's talk about the AI Studio Designer, where you can change the position, size, image, and text of each button. We've been showing a lot of demos just using the basic buttons, but let's customize some of these buttons. Let's move some of these buttons around. In the studio, as you may know, you may not want it open all the time. So if you click to close the panel, it doesn't have to be displaying. Only when you go in, and you want to design buttons, but we need it open now. When it's open, we have a button up here called Designer. Let's click on that button. That puts AI in design mode, same as a standard layout tool. As you can see, it put the data entry form at the top in threes. Color kind of tiers. The center blue is your classic drag and drop. I can come along and take my button here, and now I can start moving it around. If I want this button to be on the toolbar, I can take it and put it up onto the toolbar here. When it's on the toolbar, it's going to append itself to the end of the Act toolbar. Say I want to change not just the location, but the size of these buttons. So if I grab this, I can again resize it and put it anywhere I want. So I want a big button down here at the bottom. Inside of this button, there's properties. Down here, you see the properties, and it says Edit Contact Information. We may want to call this our survey button, and I just changed the survey here. The properties is the button text. I may want to change the image. From our default button, B for button, and I'm going to click on the image. We give you a couple of thousand different images with the tool. I'm going to change this to the green check mark. And again, maybe I want to resize it and I want to place it there. Once you're done in the designer, you just hit close. When you are in the designer, or when you are dragging buttons onto the screen, the buttons are not stored in the classic Acte CLI layout file. They're overlays, which means if you go into Actus's designer, you're not going to see our buttons in the designer. Our buttons are attached to the layout. If we come in here and switch layout, let's go to the 1024 layout. That's Act's basic layout. And if we go to the other layout we were working on, the 1366, you can see our buttons are attached to that layout. Let's go back into the designer and let's just go and look at this button here. I'm just going to move it around so I can kind of see it. This was a button we did on another demo, create a contact in a meeting. Again, I can change the properties of it. I could change the image, so maybe it's a contact image. I can highlight it and remove the button, or I can modify the button. Looking at the original prompt, there was the original prompt that we said, open a new forms. The form should do this. User must click and then create a meeting in 5 days. Well, maybe we want to set that to 10 days. So we come along and say, create the meeting in 10 days. We've modified the script and we just need to regenerate it. Click on this button and it's going to regenerate the script now. Setting the meeting at 10 days in the future. Okay, it's done. So that's the designer. Once we're done in the designer, we just hit close the designer, and now we have our two buttons and our toolbar. And that toolbar also shows up in the contact details in the contact list view. So there is our button to map all addresses. Again, all done through the designer. Okay, thank you for watching. Check out other videos.